Hello.
And welcome. Hello.
Hello.
And welcome
to Too Much Big Brother.
BB on Blast with me, Lindsay.
And me, Gaz.
Talking about BB23.
23.
And all the action from this week. Well, not all the action, because we've not seen the end of the action, have we?
Not, but I think I know the way it's going, don't you?
Oh, it seems like
It
it.
can only be one way, can't it?
Brent's such a twat.
Hopefully today we'll get the names right.
Yeah, I've got the names right. Which ones?
Arza.
Arza. I've written it down. I've written it down phonetically. Arza. Yeah, but I feel like that's the way an American would say it. I feel like we would say Azza.
Yeah, we would.
Don't you? Arza. That don't suit an English person to say
I wouldn't
that.
say ex-Xavier, but
No.
I'm going to have to. But the thing is, I've started writing his name down as Zav for short, because I used to work with someone called Zav, who's called Xavier. So I'm going to want to call him Zav, because if I were to say X, I think of Derek X.
Why two X names in the house?
It's like the X-Men.
It's confusing enough as it is. So yeah, Arza. But that don't feel right coming out of my mouth, Arza. I'm going to call it Azza. Because I feel like that's how an English person would say it.
No, but you can't, because that's not how she pronounces it.
Yeah, but they say like
X?
Sonia and Sasha. They say Sasha instead of Sasha, don't they? We're not going to say
That sounds
Sasha.
Irish to me.
I'm not going to say Sasha. And what about Sonia for Sonia, they say?
They do not.
Yeah, they do.
They don't have Sonias in America.
No, well, Australians say Sonia.
No, they do not.
Yeah, they fucking do.
They're not Sonia Kruger.
Some people do. They say Sonia. Anyway.
I heard Angie on the final call her Tonya.
Okay.
Did you know that?
No.
She shared a video of it. She was like, well, you know Tonya? And then she was like, there was her disputing it. She's like, I did not call her Tonya. And then there was the clip of her going, well, Tonya.
Oops. Slip of the tongue. We understand.
I've got some stuff, actually.
Oh, go on. I've
I
got some stuff too.
do need to tell you
Oh,
something.
what about Rowan stuff from last week
There's
that we
that.
missed? Yeah.
There's that. But before we go on, I do need to tell you something.
Oh, this sounds serious.
Like, I know that we're friends and everything, but it doesn't mean that I want to date you.
Where's this come from? Did someone say this in Big Brother?
Fucking hell.
I don't even remember. Go on.
Yeah.
Who said it?
Brent was saying it.
Oh.
I think Alyssa. I know we've been podcasting for a long time, but it's not like that. Or, is that okay?
I should hope not. Imagine if it was. Oh, God.
No, it was to Hannah. I think he was like, you can't be friends with someone that you fancy.
Oh,
and all
that was the
stuff.
most stupid thing I've ever heard. Ugh.
Cringe, wasn't it?
What a fucking idiot. Get rid of these characters. We don't want them. We want the woke people like Frenchie.
Do we? It's quite funny though to just watch that sort of like putting your foot in
that's
it,
true.
kind of clueless.
Yeah, do we want all these bozos to leave, or do we want to keep them around to laugh at?
I quite like it. What?
Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? Because you kind of do, but you kind of don't.
It's tricky. It's tricky.
Now, do you know this about Brent feeling Hannah's butt?
Wait, what about Rowan's message from last week?
Oh yeah, go on.
Do you want me to tell? Do you want to tell me about Brent feeling
Have
Hannah's
you seen the
butt
clip?
first?
Apparently,
No.
felt a butt up and didn't get her consent first.
No, but I saw a clip of Louis Walsh feeling Mel B's bum the other day on the Extra Factor.
Oh my God.
I
Well,
didn't expect it of him, would you?
no. Yeah. I thought he'd batted feel as well. That's like something an old person says, isn't it?
Well, he does. He does, but then the point remains, you can't grope someone without consent.
No, but they were talking about that. Taron was talking about this, like, didn't get consent. When have you
He's
ever
gonna
got?
fill out a
When
form.
have you ever got consent off anyone before you kissed them or touched them? Don't work like that, does it?
Oh, so you don't believe in consent?
I think you can get consent without having to ask for it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, but I think
But the Brent
this
thing
like
is a different thing.
Uninvited, I suppose.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah,
Because there's reading the situation and
Yeah.
knowing that someone's open for that.
yeah,
Open it.
which Hannah definitely ain't because she
No.
can't fucking stand him. So
Polar opposite,
Yeah.
anything.
But I don't think you need consent just to kiss people. That's just weird and strange. You can tell if someone wants to kiss you
No,
or
it
not.
would be, if you imagine asking, can I kiss
I
you?
kiss
That'd be like
you?
something out of a film. That'd be quite weird.
Yeah, that would be
But
odd.
you'd know if someone didn't want to.
Yeah. And
That's the issue, if you force it when they don't want it.
yeah. When the green light's there, you can tell. But I think Brent don't really know what's green amber or red.
Sounds like you're talking about Too Hot to Handle, but they have the green light.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they get a little watch and they're allowed to like kiss when they have the green light.
Don't talk to me about that show. Go on, let's hear Rowan's week-old news.
Rowan says an untimely, is that the right word?
Oh, nice.
An untimely WhatsApp message when we were recording podcasts. So obviously we're not looking at our phone. Well, we are, but not at WhatsApp.
Not that one.
And she sent us a live feed update. And there's a lot of content in here, which listeners may or may not know about.
I'm sure they do know.
Alyssa and Christian were caught kissing under the covers by Xavier. We saw,
we saw that.
We saw that in the show this
Christian,
week.
his name is.
Christian.
That's how you say it.
Fucking hell.
That's how you say it.
Xavier, Christian.
God, Azar. No, not Azar. Fuck's sake. This is, if I was just, I'd just switch it off.
You know what? You're right. You can't expect us to get the names right when Americans come over here going to Leicester Square and what have
exactly. Like, it's your fault. You say everything wrong, so don't expect us to get it right. JK.
Christian and Lalissa are officially a showmance. We also know that.
I'm not here for that.
This is all stuff we can just check it off. This is just the notes for this week.
Yeah.
We're just going to read this out and then we're done.
I don't want that showmance. Frenchie was right. Should have got that out while he had the job.
Oh, if there's one thing I can't stand, it's a jock and what's the Australian?
A meathead.
And a meathead and a showmance.
Frenchie's gone to the outback.
Brent is creepy and thinks that he and Hannah like each other. She can't stand him. This is all stuff that came out in the week.
God, Hannah's reaction to Brent in the diary room is quite...
Did you not get the impression that Big Brother should maybe do something to like cut her break? Yeah. And also probably stop him touching her inappropriately?
Well, yeah. Yeah, that would be good. Thanks, Big Brother.
Keen interest in back pockets. Derek X and Hannah have the cutest flirty banter. We've seen that this week as well.
Yeah, they've got a showmance building.
Rowan said, I think they would be a really cute couple.
I think that's moved on.
Cute babies as well.
I think they have moved further. I like that Hannah now. I like her attitude towards Brent.
Hannah.
Funny.
Both Derek F and Claire have a crush on Kyland. Kyland hasn't said anything about who he likes, but he's pansexual, so maybe they both have a shot. We knew he was pansexual, didn't we?
What does pansexual actually mean?
Fucking hell. Let's Google the definition.
Because I thought
I do know,
bisexual
actually.
Covered it all. But
I do know because I recently Googled this because one of my friend's kids told her that they were pansexual. Okay. So she was like, oh wow, what do I do?
Yeah.
Came to me, obviously. I'm qualified.
And you didn't know. Shall I look it up?
I had to Google it. It's something about gender.
Hold on.
But oh god.
Our listeners, I'm sure, on the edge of their seat.
You're going to have to get the official definition up. We had a pansexual person in BB23. I think it was, did somebody get a warning? She was pansexual. Jade.
Oh, was she pansexual?
Mm-hmm. And we didn't bother to learn what it was then.
I can't look this up because my internet ain't working on your phone.
Oh, for God's sake, I'll have to do it. We're going to end up with a... Can you feel when I look for the definition? Oh, so
pansexuals, they're my favourite of the sexuals.
Here you go. Pansexuality is sexual, romantic, this is from Wikipedia, by the way, or emotional attraction towards people regardless of their sex or gender identity. So it's almost like, I don't see you as a man or a woman. I don't see you as, but I don't interpret...
I don't mind.
No, I don't mind. I think it's more like seeing people as a thing, as an entity.
They fancy... an entity?
Yeah.
They fancy men, women, non-binary people, trans people...
Here's a bit more. Pansexual people may refer to themselves as gender blind. Asserting that gender... That was colourblind. Asserting that gender and sex are not determining factors in their romantic or sexual attraction to others. So what is the appeal?
What do you mean? What's the appeal?
Like, if it's not gender or sex that determines it,
it's the personality.
It's just the sort of state of being,
soul.
the aura.
It's the personality. It's who the person is on the inside, not their genitals or looks or whatever.
But at some point, you've got to get up close and personal with those. And
well, if you don't mind, you don't mind.
No,
it's all
true.
good.
It's kind of like an extension of bisexuality, but even less about gender, not about gender at all.
I watched a really interesting thing on that Unilad thing, which I don't like the name of that. But it was about
sometimes it seems like Unilad's a bit like lads, but no, they have some good content.
Yeah, this was an interview with someone who was intersex.
Oh yeah.
So he was born with vagina and penis.
Oh, I saw that one.
Did you see it? A black guy.
Yeah.
Wasn't that interesting?
Yeah, but I can't remember what happened.
He was just explaining what it's like and how it is to have people ask you about it. And he was saying it was like when he had sex like both as a man and a woman kind of thing. And he said like it felt good. He was like going, "Oh, I felt good in my pussy hole," and he was talking like that. It was just so weird. He was just so like matter of fact about
there's
it.
a soundbite we didn't think we'd hear.
I know. It was just so interesting in the way he was just talking about it so matter of factly. I would recommend that to people to watch because it was so fascinating.
I don't know if I actually got around to finishing it.
Honestly, I was just like speechless at how eloquent he was and how interesting it was.
Because you don't really hear anything about that.
And the questions that people ask him are so fucking rude. Like, "Oh, can you show us?" and everything. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah, people are obsessed with genitals, aren't they?
Yeah, it's like, fuck off.
Not the same, but I was watching a video on Vice, which is my other favourite, and they do this like, not disclosure thing, but they do this thing where someone wears a rubber mask and they talk about something which like you wouldn't normally hear about. And it was the guy who was working on Facebook's admin for the posts that are like questionable.
Oh God!
And he was saying he has like PTSD because of all of the stuff that he's seen.
Oh my God!
Because you see like snuff videos and stuff like that, don't you? And he said that they had a video of someone like cutting their own wrists, and someone in the office literally like jumped up from their desk and was like, "I've got a suicide. What do I do?"
Oh
because
my
obviously
God.
you need to like in your head you're like, "I want to help that person."
Yeah.
Lord knows
Is
where
it
they are.
shit
in the
on
world.
Facebook Live? Basically, is it?
I don't know if it was on Facebook Live. Or if it was...
People live stream like them killing themselves and stuff, don't they, on Facebook Live?
Yeah, or going. Wasn't there one gunman who like went round and he filmed himself on Facebook Live? But I don't know. I got the impression that it might be the sort of like flagged content that the community complain about.
Yeah.
But they probably have got algorithms which flag stuff which is potentially bad. It made me think: is there someone in Facebook HQ like looking at everybody's selfie you ever put on Facebook to see if it's okay or not? Probably not.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. But if I threaten to kill the neighbours' children for playing on their trampoline, they will ban that shit in an instant.
Right in Facebook chat.
No nuance whatsoever on Facebook. Go on. Are you reading out Rowan's?
Yeah.
Go
that
on.
was it. No, that was
it.
No, that's not it.
I was going to say, Rowan, we already knew all that shit.
What else has Rowan got for us?
To be fair, we didn't know it last week.
No, we didn't. But we do now. Yeah, that was about kind of being pansexual. That's what led us off down that little path. God, I made it right. Dogs, dinner of that. Didn't we?
Well, we're learning.
Literally on the job. Whitney and Xavier cuddle a lot, but I think it's just a friend thing.
I saw that. I watched some of the live feed, and I saw him and her talking, and he said, "Who were your role models growing up?" And she said, "Oh, I don't get on with my family, and I left home at 16." And he was like, "Oh." And he was talking about going to church and stuff, and I thought, "Oh, this isn't quite meshing."
So who were her role models? Did she
said
not
she didn't have any. Well, probably like Alex Jones, that conspiracy theorist.
Brent makes comments about how much makeup women should wear and about how much people are eating.
Great. That's just the sort of person you want around.
He genuinely believes all the, in inverted commas, females, that's what he calls them, would date him outside the house. In reality, they all can't stand him and have bonded over making fun of the creepy things he says. Derek F. made a joking comment about how Xavier is probably a lawyer because he's so smart. And now Derek X and others joke about it. She's given us the notes in brackets because, in case we don't know, Xavier is a lawyer, pretended to be a bartender.
Even we knew that much.
Don't give us much credit, does she? Twitter got mad at Alyssa for saying she doesn't have an ugly friend, doesn't have any ugly friends. Laughing face emoji.
She does now.
Who?
Don't know, being a big brother.
Frenchie. I say shit like that all the time, says Rowan. Good thing I'm never applying for this show.
Good job we're friends with Rowan then. We're not ugly.
Yeah.
There was something I wanted to pick up on there.
Oh yeah,
you were completely right about Derek F, and I was completely wrong.
The people don't like him.
Yeah,
Ha!
You were well ahead of the curve there.
Well,
I was still thinking, he's a lovable soul, but now I'm thinking, he's a bit of a twat. You got that right, and you got someone else bang on at the start as well. I can't remember what it was.
Did I?
Yeah, very perceptive you are.
Yeah, no, I do think I've got a good read on people.
I'm gonna listen to you in future.
I wonder who the other person is.
The other person, someone you said, they're this, and I was like, no, but you're right.
Oh,
Who was it?
Tilly on BBAU.